Hi everyone, this is Johnnyonoes and I'm playing Exanima, and in this Let's Learn episode I'm going to be going over Lesson 12, which is all about the basic features of the arena. Now, when you start the game off, you're going to have your character and he's going to be inside this like kind of tavern slash dungeon area, and you're going to have three major functions right off the bat. You're not going to start with this guy. On the left-hand side, it allows you to see your roster. These are all the people that you can control, whether or not they are playable or not playable. The difference between playable and not playable is that obviously you can play the playable characters. It doesn't really show you which one. It's basically the ones that you've named yourself. Those allow you to play the game yourself and to fight all the different fights that you can fight in the arena on your own. If you pick up an NPC, this Brennis guy is a master NPC. You'll be able to use him in multiple character fights. Let's see if we can find some over here. So doubles, you'll allow yourself to bring in an NPC along with you. You can also go with two NPCs if you just want them to fight it out themselves. You basically get a camera and you can watch the fight. There's also a skirmish, which allows for three. Fortunately, I don't have a second guy. He just died to the beast. But yeah, if you had two, you can go into this one. If you had if you have two, you can send both of them here. If you had three, you can send all three of them in this one. But you normally want to go in yourself, so you want to at least play one playable character into the group. As well as when you fight the beast, you're going to need at least three guys here. The good old ogre. I think the master ogre killed my second guy. Anyways, so that's your roster. To acquire characters that are NPCs, you hit higher. And you're going to get a big list of different NPCs that you can pick up. You can see their rating at the top here. So let's look at Tane. Tane, he's a master. Ooh, God, he's expensive. 43 gold. Oh my goodness. So you can hire a guy that's already loaded up. He's got all of his skills already. He's got gear. Incredible character. 43 gold though. That's crazy. If you hit recruit, it will put you into the area where you can then create a new character. So YouTube. Create him. Let's make him really fat. There we go. Oh, look at that guy. That is amazing. There we go. There's our high YouTube character. Hit next. We give him some gear. Let's go to, you just drag the gear onto your character. And then once you're done, you can go ahead and select a skill and hit recruit. So now I have a high YouTube character here. He starts off as inept, and he'll be able to fight in inept level fights. You can also hit manage here, which is what gives you this roster. But if you hit manage, you'll be able to select all of your characters, including the NPCs. You can go to previous and next to also cycle through each of your characters. You can hit dismiss to be able to get rid of them, like I'm going to do with high YouTube after this video. And then there's a kind of a dragging tab thing here that allows you to go to all the different items based off of the different ranks. Every single item that you have has a rank associated with it, and you cannot equip weapons that are not appropriate for that particular rank. So if I go to aspirant here, and I try to give him a pole hammer, let's take this bill off of him. I try to drag the pole hammer onto him, nothing happens. Put the proper weapon for that proper level. Oh, so the rank of this bill is aspirant, so he'll be able to use this weapon in aspirant and above. So novice, he has a bardash, and then adept, he's got a two-handed sword. So you can see all their items for each of your characters are sitting here. All of the items that you've acquired over time are on this right-hand side. This is all the gear from that other NPC that died. Very sad. You can also access the skills of each character by clicking on the skills button down here and select all the proper skills for this particular character. Alright, so that is the roster. And I'm going to go over more about gear and all that stuff per level in another video. If you click on the table here, you'll be able to go into the trade station here, which gives you kind of a random assortment of gear that you can pick up by using the money that you've acquired in each of the fights that you've been in. The better option for that is by getting yourself a merchant. So let's see if we can find one. Let's hire a merchant here. So unfortunately, the names, the types of people are not listed in this listing here, which would be really nice. It'd be really nice if there was like combatant and then expert in this list, but unfortunately, you got to go through all of them. And what you're going to be looking for is looking for profession and merchant. I don't know if we're going to be able to find one here. Let's see, combatant. Got another combatant. Oh no. But either way, you're going to... Oh, another master. God, they're all 40 gold. All right. What you're going to want to be looking for is profession and then merchant. And you'll eventually be able to acquire yourself a merchant. And once you do, you have the ability of selecting what kind of weaponry or armor or anything that you want per rank. This is way better than using this random trade thing here, which just gives you an assortment of stuff. Like there's, I think this is adept level. This is inept level. This is aspirant level. This is a great way if you want to pick up something quick, but the best way to get gear is by getting yourself a merchant and then picking the specific gear that you're looking for. All right, so that's 3 of the features that are in Arena. Now, when you click on current matches, and you're just going to have to hold down the mouse wheel to move your camera to be able to see this. I don't know how, it took me like 10 minutes to figure out how to start a fight. I'm like, all right, thanks for the roster, thanks for the shop, well, how do I play? All you have to do is turn your camera angle over to the right, and you'll be able to see this other board, which gives you current matches. And the way this works here is the tier. So you have your different matches. You have pugilism, which is basically a fist fight. You got challenger, which allows you to fight this guy regardless of whatever your rank is. So if you've got yourself a challenger who's a master, you could potentially beat that master with an inept character, but just be very careful about that. You got skirmish, which allows for 1 player or 3 NPCs to jump into a fight. You have elimination, which is a series of fights. It's very much like the arena mode, or sorry, the practice arena mode, where you fight a series of guys, or like maybe 1 to 8 guys. I can't remember. I think it's up to 8, where you fight them in succession. If you take mortal damage, it will continue in the next fight. So be very careful about taking eliminations. But as you can see, they're the highest pain of these different matches that you can pick from. So you have the fray, which allows you to jump into a fight with like I think 6 or 7. I think it's like 6 or 7 people all at once. It's pretty awesome. Then you can fight the beast. If you're into that. Hopefully, gonna have a video about fighting the ogres. I did lose my second NPC, so I don't have a good example here. You also do a duel, and I think that's most of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. So let's talk about tiers and ranks here now. So when you see a tier, it's basically telling you what kind of people are you going to be fighting in this particular match. So if I were to look at pugilism, I'm going to be fighting a master pugilist. Now, the rank here dictates what's the highest rank you need to be able to participate in this particular match. So I go to this pugilism match here as a good example because I can join this rank as an inept character. So I can have a brand new character. I can have YouTube go in there. If it doesn't allow you to, so let's go to duel. If I try to drag, it won't do anything. If you drag and you're not able to fight into that. But if I go to inept here, hi YouTube, who's just fresh off the presses, can go into this fight with a master. So basically, what tier is telling you is who's participating. The rank is what rank you need to be to participate, and it also tells you what kind of gear is going to be in that fight as well. So if I go to this adept inept skirmish fight, it's basically going to tell me that adept level characters are going to be there with inept gear, and I need to be higher than inept to be able to participate in this fight. So as you can see, master characters can participate, but they're not going to be using their master gear. They're going to be using their inept gear. So be very cognizant of that. The entry fee is how much money you're going to be spending to jump into the fight, and the prize money is how much you're going to be winning if you win the fight. Don't be alarmed by this entry fee. If you do bottom out in money and you get 0 all across the board, it doesn't take any more from you. You can continue to fight. And when I was first learning, I was really sucking it up bad, and I, basically was like, oh no, is this game over? And it's not. You can just keep on going. So another thing to keep in mind about the arena is that the character that you built from the beginning is basically you as a person. Everyone else that you've hired, either NPCs or playable characters through the recruit button here, you can have them die in battle. If your original character dies in battle, you have to start from the very beginning. Because as you can see, Johnnyonoes is rank inept. I don't know how many times I went, you know what, I'm going to use my main character, screw the, the hardcoreness of it. But for this particular set of videos, I wanted to be able to get to the master rank, so I just left him as inept. So it's always a good idea to build yourself another couple. I think I built like 5. Number 3 died many times. But I recruited about 5 extra playable characters, and then I just rotated them as I played it. So that's basically how the arena works in a nutshell. Oh, I just jumped into a match accidentally. A pugilist match. But yeah, so that's how you play the arena. You get into different matches. You spend some money to be able to participate in each of the matches. Let me see if I can win this. There we go. And that's basically how the arena works. So yeah, so in the next episode, we're going to go over arena gear and gear in general, which is actually kind of a complicated topic because of how much layering there could possibly be with each of the ranks of gear. So thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next episode, and see you when we talk about different gear as well as different weaponry for each of the ranks within the arena. Thanks so much.